I'm doing here at the old AutoZone is picking up a spring compressor. I've told you guys before, you can borrow a lot of these kind of specialty tools. If I choose to keep this, AutoZone's just gonna keep that charge on my account, and I've bought it. So you probably guessed that if I'm renting a spring compressor, I'm gonna do something with some springs, right? Well, it just so happens that I have these old junkyard struts. So my thinking was I could go through these, figure out which parts are good, which parts are bad, rebuild them, and then swap them onto my element. I've never done the front struts on this. I don't actually think the struts are bad, but the strut bearings are bad and the little bellows things are bad. The bearing on this isn't too bad. It's not nearly as bad as the one that's on my car. This is totally blown out on mine. I know this needs to be changed. It's one of the reasons I started this job. This little bellows piece right here on this one isn't too awful bad. But I do have a new one, so I'll probably go with that. These are my new ones. I've gone with Moog because the ball joints that I used and some of the other suspension components that I've used lately have been really good from Moog. So we're going to continue to go with the Moog parts and see if they continue to impress or if they do not. But the first thing I got to do is compress this spring and get this nut off. So we take this, we put it on here, facing inward, okay? So once you've got them put on, they should kind of look like this. Make sure your holds are in the right place and start cranking a little bit on each side until you start to compress the spring. Over there, a little bit over here. A bit more over here. So you do this by cranking a little bit on each side until you get it compressed to where it's a little bit loose. I'm hanging on to this because I don't want my fingers over here around this spring. Don't do it. You will lose fingers. If this thing slips, it's going to go one way or the other. If your fingers are down here, well, then it's going to take your fingers with it. So don't do that. Keep your hands up out of the way. Don't start doing this when you're 2 12 packs into the weekend. All right, that is plenty. Now we're going to take this nut off to get that bearing off. It's going to require a 6mm Allen wrench to go in there. I think that might be a 17mm, but we're just going to go with this open end wrench. There, it broke loose. Wow. There's the nut. Now this is the strut bearing, or the strut mount. This is actually the strut mount. This is the strut bearing. This one's not in terrible shape, the bearing, but like I said, I have new ones, so the new ones are going on. There, take that boot off. Hang on to that, it doesn't look really bad. Moog boot, there's the part number if you're wanting to know. All right, kids, I've changed clothes and all that good stuff because, you know, it's a new day. Yeah, I got called away on a different job. This is the top cap. We kind of want to put it back together, same way it came apart. We can see where the spring was resting. So that's where we want to put it again. All right, got the caps back on. Same thing on this end. This is where this little notch here, that's that offset, that's where the end of the spring goes. All right, this boot, that hole in that boot needs to go all the way down over that shaft. So that's where we got to start with that. There it goes. It should look like that. That offset should be coming through. Now, I bet I can get it to go together. Offset right here. So that means the spring end goes right there. Let's try to be very careful with this. Chunk. That's pretty good. Get that nut. Where'd the nut go? Come on, you guys, help me out here. Where'd the nut go? Ah, there it is. All right. Let's take this and pry up. All right, bet we got enough room now to get this stuff to go together. All right, now with that pulled all the way through, we've got plenty of room. That's what I was doing wrong. That bearing goes in there like that. Cap goes in the bearing, sort of. Nut goes on the threaded part of the ram. I'm not going to crank that down just yet because I want to double check everything, make sure I've got this put together correctly. See? Depending on which way you're doing this, the L needs to be pointing towards these bolts like that. This bearing can be used on the right or the left. It depends on which side you're using it on as to which arrow is supposed to line up with these bolts. Does that make sense? That's about all the way down. So now I have to decompress my spring. Make sure that goes correctly. Make sure the notches stay where they're supposed to stay, so on and so forth. That one and that one. There we go. Right. Bearing looks good. It will turn. So that's good, guys. That's good. Let's do the other one. Then I can take that piece back, get my money back. Now with these two struts rebuilt, more or less rebuilt, that's going to give me two major components to what's going to be a front end rejuvenation, we'll call it that. Where I'm going to be putting in some lower control arms and an axle, because I have an axle that's making noise again, and these struts. Voila. Let me just tell you that if you've been afraid of using one of these, don't be afraid of it. There's all kinds of horror stories. People tell you things that if it bleeds, it leads. That's just how the world is. They want you to be afraid and angry. And don't sweat that crap. Is it dangerous? It can be if you're acting like a moron. If you're drinking a bunch of beer and out here with your buddies, cutting it up, playing grab ass. Yeah, you can hurt yourself with one of these. But if you're not a moron, and I don't think you are, I think you're pretty smart. If you're not a moron, you can take this thing, rebuild your struts, save you a ton of money. So until next week, this is Clint Struts saying, you can rebuild struts if you're not an idiot. I promise. See you next week.